going on, y'all? It's your boy Wisco Man coming at ya with another reaction video. If you guys haven't already, please be sure to smash that like button down below, hit that sub, and flip them notifications over to all. Back to task. Why Be Shy? Number 7 off the album.
So I can keep a steady pace, moving around, never know how much to keep the space. I multiply over time, never relocate. What's $1 to your time if you gon' die today? You wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why. If you wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why. I hopped in my Chevrolet so I can keep a steady pace, moving around, never know how much to keep the space. Multiply over time, never relocate. What's $1 to your time if you gon' die today?
I wear my shit kickers for cold feet, for trying to dethrone me. Fuck around, I land a kickflip like my first name was Tony. It's Trey, motherfucker, you cross the line, I press slowly. It's capital, I'm higher definition from my own seat. My own seed grow off trees, you cannot control me. Remotely from OGs, I pay dues, now grow wings. Not rubbing my tires when tired, when climbing. Curb stomping anybody for they can come and try me. Got no waxes on your rack, so grab the wheel, then you go flying. Winding shield, you've been prone to finding gravity to paving. Falling flat right on your ass, road rash, steady gliding. Don't try to shrug it off, cause you ain't built, why are you hiding?
Hopped in my Chevrolet so I can keep a steady pace, moving around, never know how much to keep the space. I multiply over time, never relocate. What's $1 to your time if you gon' die today? You wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why. If you wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why.
Look me in the eye so I can see the truth when lying. Go ahead, just lay on down, just keep in mind I've been deciding whether or not I'm digging up graves, making it comfortable when you're arriving. My practice makes perfect sense without even trying. Never fathom being jealous and they still in my rear view. No matter how hard I try, I still get comments how they hate you, but never met you in person. Let that sink in, no one's rescued enough to go get some help for themselves, and that's just my point of view. The point at you and laugh, cause you can't knock what I already moved. Clean up by idle, find how I define iOS to stock into no AI. How I rhyme, I got my third eye wide, it's never loose. I way by in my ride, cause you can't tell where I've been headed to.
Hopped in my Chevrolet so I can keep a steady pace, moving around, never know how much to keep the space. I multiply over time, never relocate. What's $1 to your time if you gon' die today? You wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why. If you wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why. Hopped in my Chevrolet so I can keep a steady pace, moving around, never know how much to keep the space. I multiply over time, never relocate. What's $1 to your time if you gon' die today? You wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why. If you wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why.
He's doing it again. He's doing it again. God damn it. This whole back half is going to be one of those, just shocker after shocker, bro. Shocker after fucking shocker. But yes, so she pointed out this, and this is what I was going to say in analysis, because that's why I made that comment. She says, James Bond is what the horns remind her of. And I think with that, obviously the beat switches it a little bit. I think the speed is switched up slightly, either sped up or slowed down, and maybe the notes changed just briefly, but it's the same similar chord, if that makes sense. Partial octaves, whatever, I'm not 100% sure without playing them side by side or analyzing or whatever. And then she adds Cypress Hill and Wu-Tang, which Cypress Hill I see a little bit, but I don't know them as well. Wu-Tang 1000%, that's what that boom bap really went with. that bass beat really went with like a Wu-Tang style for sure, and then the horns kind of being like a James Bond thing. That's dope. 100%. You are on point with that. I agree. I couldn't think of the James Bond thing, but it sticks out, and she calls it Chevy horrorcore. Accurate as fuck. Let's jump back in it and give our thoughts. Even the fucking intro and the piano. My God. Like, I'm sure somebody came up with this beat and stuff, but it is so James Bond influenced. Because at first I'm thinking the ting, ting, ting. It's kind of reminding me of like a 50s dance club, Vegas club, something like that. Maybe a speakeasy. But then as soon as the piano plays, we're not even to the horns yet. Just the first piano notes already gave me, my God, this feels exactly like we're about to watch the intro of fucking James Bond. No joke. You'll see exactly what I mean when I hit play. And it helps that they have the Thriller sound effect, if that makes sense. The if you think of horror films and stuff, and this is where the Chevy horrorcore kind of where this plays into it really well. I don't know what to call it. It's an effect of sorts, but after the piano, the sustaining of the note hold, that's the same type of sound when they're like trying to build suspense and scare you. And then it cuts off like that. Just staccato cuts off. And I guess I didn't notice that, but right at the start, the dude going, "Yo, what the fuck?" I like that. And the triple hit or whatever, well, I guess that's quadruple, I think. But either way, I can't count, apparently. But the couple smash and then the drop, I like that.
So I can keep a steady pace. Hopped in my Chevrolet so I can keep a steady pace. Moving around, never know how much to keep.
And that's accurate as fuck. What's it been? The first 15 seconds and the first couple words is hop in my Chevrolet. Chevrolet hardcore boy.
Space. I multiply over time, never relocate. What's $1 to your time if you gon' die today? You wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Keep a steady pace. Moving around, never know how much to keep the space. I multiply over time, never relocate. What's $1 to your time if you gon' die today? You wanna fuck.
I was trying to connect the what's $1 to your time, or was it what's $1? I think he's comparing money to time. What's $1 amount to your time? Oh, Chevy. Yeah, fuck yeah. But they would never do a horrorcore theme unless it was like Halloween. That's too dark for general society. Fucking weird. Anyway, I think it all Halloween all the time, all horrorcore all the time. That's my way. But I also probably enjoy that more because of, adrenaline seeking and fucking traumas. But anyway, what's $1 to your time if you die today? I think that's a solo statement on the bar. I don't think it was related to anything he said previous. But accurate as fuck. Motto right there. Like, your time is worth way more than any bit of money you can ever earn. 1,000%. And that's not just in relation to family. It's relation to experiences. It's relation to living life. You make the dollar to get by, to sustain, to be able to do things. But if all you're ever doing is focusing on the dollar, what the fuck's the point of life? 1,000% Trey.
Hopped in my Chevrolet so I can keep a steady pace. Moving around, never know how much to keep the space. I multiply over time, never relocate. What's $1
multiplies over time, never relocate. I don't know about the never relocate part, but the part of multiplying over time describes exponential. So he's growing exponentially. What's $1 to your time, or what's time to $1? Like, basically, going back to the motto of, the dollar's not worth your time. Don't focus on the money. I multiply exponentially, meaning I'm growing exponentially. The money's going to come. I've said this 1,000 times with how my YouTube channel works and what my strategy is. Yes, I do this side job as making money. That's why I'm monetized and stuff like that. But the in-between, the what I'm doing when I'm on the screen and everything else, past that, once I'm already on YouTube, what I'm doing in my videos and stuff like that is to share my passions with you guys and relate with you guys. I'm not focused on the money. I do try to make sure that I check back, like, oh, do I need to tag something differently? Do I need to do something different with my thumbnail? Do I need to do more lives versus long form videos versus shorts versus whatever? Like, if I can modify certain things and still be genuine and be Wisco, fine. But I'm not sitting here picking specific topics because it's what you guys like. Focus on being able to do things with your time. The money will come.
Multiply over time, never relocate. What's $1 to your time if you gon' die today? You wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why. If you want,
Why be shy? If you want to fuck around, don't be shy. Come on. Let's see what you got. I'm right here. Bring it. Let's do this. Dude, that's the theme of this whole album. We said it was going to be full of disses. Every fucking song's been like, come at me, bro.
wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why. I hopped in my Chevrolet so I could keep a steady pace. Moving around, never know how much to keep the space. I multiply over time, never relocate. What's $1 to your time if you gon' die today?
I wear my shit kickers for cold feet for trying to dethrone me. Fuck around and land a kickflip like my first name was Tony. It's Trey, motherfucker.
Fuck around and land a kick flip, which I'm assuming is like fucking somebody up. Also a kick flip in skateboarding. I think he's kind of doing a double there. But like Tony. Let's see who Tony is in relation to a kick flip. It's not a martial artist, so it's not talking about the actual kick. The kick flip in skateboarding, Tony Hawk. The most iconic skateboarder in history. And if anybody argues with that, how many video games did he have through the early stages of video games before video games were about putting some specific athlete on? He was the king of skateboarding. Period.
Relocate. What's $1 to your time if you gon' die today?
I wear my shit kickers for cold feet for trying to dethrone me. Fuck around and land a kickflip like my first name was Tony. It's Trey, motherfucker, you cross the line, I press.
I like that. So he takes the bar like my name was Tony. And he doesn't say but it's basically, but my name is Trey, boy.
Cold feet for trying to dethrone me. Fuck around and land a kickflip like my first name was Tony. It's Trey, motherfucker, you cross the line, I press slowly. It's capital, I'm higher definition from my own seat. My own seed grow off trees, you cannot control me remotely from OGs.
Does he say my own seed grow off no tree? I'm not sure.
First name was Tony. It's Trey, motherfucker, you cross the line, I press slowly. It's capital, I'm higher definition from my own seed. My own seed grow off trees, you cannot control.
My own seed grow off trees. Interesting. Not sure the reference. It's obviously a play. I just don't. I can't. I'm not putting it together.
My own seed grow off trees, you cannot control me remotely from OGs.
But he says you cannot control me is the next part.
I pay dues, now grow wings, not rubbing my tires when tired, when climbing, curb stomping anybody for thinking coming.
Not rubbing my tires when I'm tired. I'm assuming that talking about the friction, like if your tires rubbing, like when you turn and shit like that, it slows you down. I don't know. I'm guessing. That's my own inference.
Now grow wings, not rubbing my tires. When tired, when climbing, curb stomping. Anybody for thinking they can come and try me. Got no waxes on your rack, so grab dudes. Now grow wings, not rubbing my tires. When tired, when climbing, curb stomping. Anybody. Jeez, I pay dues. Now grow wings, not rubbing my tires. When tired, when climbing, curb stomping. Anybody for thinking they can come and try me. Got no waxes on your rack, so grab the wheel, then you go fly.
I don't know exactly how you put it together. It came off a few different ways there, but talking about the tires rubbing, friction slowing when climbing, I'm not rubbing my tires, and stopping motherfuckers from trying me or something like that. But I mean, all the concepts are valid. Like, I fuck with it. I just lyrically, I don't really have much of a breakdown of doubles or anything else.
Me, got no waxes on your rack, so grab the wheel, then you go flying. Winding shield, you've been prone to finding gravity to paving. Falling flat right on your ass, road west, steady gliding. Don't try to shrug it off, cause you ain't built, why are you hiding?
You ain't built, why you hiding? Damn.
My Chevrolet, so I can keep a steady pace. Moving around, never know how much to keep the space. I multiply over time, never relocate. What's a dollar to your time if you gon' die today? If you wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why. If you wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why.
Look me in the eye so I can see the truth when lying. Go ahead, just lay on.
There we go, talking about it again, dude. See, I think this dude's like studying some shit with church or has similar fascinations to different spiritual stuff, different historical stuff. You know, all these wonderment vlogs that I've done, reactions to, you know, talking about Egyptian history and Roman influence on Tennessee and various things, right? To me, I'm hearing things in Trey's lyrics that says he's influenced by that, that says he's interested in that. Maybe he's just playing with lyrics. But this is the second time we talked about being able to see people's true intentions through their eyes. I talked about putting myself in other people's shoes and understanding them better from that. Not just in understanding them, but I can read people. I can understand who somebody is because I'm trying to see it through their eyes. Now, that's a double in the case of what Trey's talking about because, like I said, I can see it through their eyes, and maybe Trey's not talking about what I'm talking about, but I think he is. It's hard to explain, but it's more... I feel like it's lost art or lost culture or lost spirituality. So there's more than just body languages. There's something about communicating with a person and being able to reading them through the eyes is probably the best way I've ever heard it put. But it's reading what's not visible, if that makes sense. So we're going to keep going.
Steady pace, moving around, never know how much to keep the space. I multiply over time, never relocate. What's a dollar to your time if you gon' die today? If you wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why. If you wanna fuck,
You'll never see me coming. I think he says there's a reason to why. I'm not sure though.
die today. If you wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why. If you wanna fuck around,
There's a reason to why, I think. Because the only other option I have is too wide. But I don't think it's wide. I think it's why. There's a reason to why. You'll never see me coming, there's a reason to why. Like he's kind of being mysterious. Scary almost. It's like a better watch over your shoulder. Better watch yourself. You never know how or why or when. Well, you know why, but you never know how or when, where.
around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why.
Look me in the eye so I can see the
Yeah, there's a reason to why. The second time he said it, I heard it.
truth when lying. Go ahead, just lay on down.
Never see me coming,
I can see the truth when lying. Go ahead, just lay on down, just keep in mind I've been deciding whether or not I'm digging up graves, making it comfortable when you're arriving. My practice makes.
Look me in the eyes when you're telling me lies, and then I'm sitting here deciding whether or not I'm digging these graves to bury you in. Damn. Straight up horrorcore shit, dude. There ain't no joke. Straight up horrorcore shit and lyrical lyrical horrorcore shit at that.
So I can see the truth when lying. Go ahead, just lay on down, just keep in mind I've been deciding whether or not I'm digging up graves, making it comfortable when you're arriving. My practice makes perfect sense without even trying. Never fathom being jealous and they still in my rear view. No matter how hard I try, I still get comments how they hate you, but never met you in person. Let that sink in, no one's rescued enough to go get.
Dude, that is straight up fucked up. Just straight up fucked up. People, number one, don't hear all sides of the story. You don't know any of these artists. You really don't know any of these artists. I don't even believe the other side, and I choose to go into Instagram lives. I choose to go into other YouTube lives and stuff like that, or watch videos that are not from church, that are not from Trey, that are not from that side of things, to see the opposing side, to see what they're saying. That's why I watched Broadneck stuff. It pissed me off, but I watched it and I tried to understand it from his point of view. But I heard many tells in his video that said somebody's coaching him and he's being dishonest right now. It wasn't the Broadnecks I had seen previous that I had gotten to know. I feel like I had gotten to know Broadnecks as well as I got to know Trey up to that point. Now I've done way more album reviews for Trey, but there's just, I listen to all sides of things. So it got to a point where I just really felt there was a lot of deception going on. You know?
Keep in mind I've been deciding whether or not I'm digging up graves, making it comfortable when you're arriving. My practice makes perfect sense without even trying. Never fathom being jealous and they still in my rear view. No matter how hard I try, I still get comments how they hate you, but never met you in person. Let that sink in, no one's rescued enough to go get some help for themselves, and that's just my point of view. The point of you and laugh, cause you can't knock what I already moved. Clean up by idle, find how I define iOS to stock into no AI. How I rhyme, I got my third eye wide, it's never loose. I wait by in my right, cause you can't tell where I've been headed to.
Hopped in my Chevrolet so I can keep a steady pace. Moving around, never know how much to keep the space. I multiply over time, never relocate.
You can't knock what I already moved. Clean up by idle, find how I define iOS to stock into no thinking no one's rescued enough to go get a father being jealous and they still in my rear view. No matter how hard I lay on down, just keep in mind I've been deciding whether or not I'm digging up graves, making it comfortable when you're arriving. My practice makes perfect sense without even trying. Never fathom being jealous and they still in my rear view. No matter how hard I try, I still.
He said, I think he says, I can never fathom being jealous. And still they are in my rear view. Like, I just don't understand why these dudes is jealous. Like, do your thing. Focus on you, boo. Like, it's kind of like we'll call back again, and it's Trey's following the same themes here as Church. Like I discussed in that video, and Church kind of agreed, commenting back, like, dude, they just don't see it like us, and they'll never understand. We don't care what haters think. We don't care about your judgment. If you ride with us, fucking great. But I'm going to be me regardless. Your opinion does not matter outside of that. Again, if you ride with us, great. Thank you. Appreciate your support. If you don't, if you're hating, I don't care, man. I'm on some other shit. I ain't worried about that. I ain't got time for hate.
My practice makes perfect sense without even trying. Never fathom being jealous and they still in my rear view. No matter how hard I try, I still get comments how they hate you, but never met you in.
Yeah, the never met you in person shit. I kind of lost that. I think I was reviewing on that, and I lost the main focus on that. And then obviously we talked about earlier with Misty, like the James Bond stuff is really dope too. Like, it really does have like that James Bond feel with its own twist. So, Almost like he's on the hunt, dude. Dude, I didn't even think of that as the beat being James Bond, kind of playing it like he's the spy who's going to track you down. Whoa. The beat has more meaning. That's fucked. Wow. I wish Misty would have been here for that revelation. She'd have loved that. Wow. Your fucking beat is a play to the point. It's a diss in itself almost. Like, I'm gonna track you down and murder you. I don't know if that's how it was intended, but that's how I took it. Holy fuck. That's the other joy of being overtired. Sometimes I let my mind wander and then I'm like, oh wait, that's actually a good one. Wow. Dude, if you actually plan that out, that is so fucking deep, it's not even funny. I think that's the first time I've ever noticed a song using a beat to have another meaning to what you're trying to say. Wow. Nuts, man. Even if you didn't mean that, it's still nuts to have that possibility of theme. Like, wow. That's deep on a whole nother fucking level, dude. I don't know if you're fully like, this is all you. I'm not saying ghostwriter. I'm saying, like, if you've only taught yourself watching videos, studying the passion, whatever, or if church has mentored you to some of this type of shit that he does. But dude, this is why I said, bro, church is always evolving. So I'm not saying you stop him, but you're that fucking close to passing him. You are on that ass. And I know it's not about that. That's not what you're trying to do. You're just trying to prove yourself. You're trying to excel at your craft. But the complexity here, man, your lyricism's already so complex. And then to add to complex lyricism with deep meaning even into your fucking beat.
Let that sink in, no one's rescued enough to go get some help for themselves, and that's just my point of view. The point at you and laugh, cause you can't knock what I review. No matter how hard I try, I still get comments how they hate you, but never met you in person. Let that sink in, no one's rescued enough to...
Oh, I don't think I still finished that bar. Comments and hate. You're giving opinions. You're commenting hate on somebody. You're spending time feeding like that person gives a shit what you comment. You're hating. Why are you wasting your energy? You don't even fucking know these people. That's why concepts of celebrity just are so foreign to me. I feel like I understood it growing up for some reason, but the older I've gotten, the more I'm like, they're the same people as we are. They're their own people. But I mean, they're no higher or lower than me. They're just doing their own thing. They're their own. There's no rank for me, other than haters. Haters are at the bottom. But outside of that, to be fair, even for the haters, I wish them well. I wish them the best, and I wish them to figure out a way not to have that negativity in their life. But if they choose to hate, they're down here. But yeah, dude, what the. Wow.
Go get some help for themselves, and that's just my point of view. The point at you and laugh, cause you can't person. Let that sink in, no one's rescued enough to go get some help for themselves, and that's just my point of view. The point at you.
Go get some help for themselves, yeah. That's deep, bro. That's a hard diss, but it's like a double type, because I do feel like you heartfelt mean that. Like, dude, you need some fucking help. Like, you can only hope they go get. Yeah, I feel you, dude. And I second and third that, dude. For anybody who wants to be a hater, for anybody who wants to go nutso to spread that negativity into the world, I truly hope you go get help, because there's clearly a problem with you. I'm getting help, not only from the talk aspect, but from the medical aspect as well. So I work on myself. I recommend you do the same, because I'm always working to improve.
Enough to go get some help for themselves, and that's just my point of view. To point at you and laugh, cause you can't knock what I already moved. Clean up by idle, find how I define IOs to stock into no AI, how I rhyme, I got my...
He says they point at you and laugh. Like, you're sitting here hating. People are pointing at you and laughing because it's just pathetic.
Clean up by idle, find how I define IOs to stock into no AI, how I rhyme, I got my third eye wide, it's never loose, I wait by...
Wow. And now he's getting into spiritual, talking about the third eye stuff, which, looking into your eyes, that's actually a triple, because you can bring in third eye, and not just because it's the third, but it has a number, meaning you're not just looking into somebody's eyes, but you're looking into their third eye as well, which I think is, I don't know the full, I need to study the spiritual beliefs behind that, but I would be curious on the various spiritual beliefs, be it the old ways, be it Buddhism, Hinduism, whatever. I don't know who all believes in the third eye stuff. But welcome back, Jamie. Appreciate you being here. But I'd be curious to see if the third eye plays into like somebody else reading you through your third eye, if that's kind of some of the aura shit that I'm talking about, reading energies. Maybe that's something I just don't fully understand, my connective abilities with others, or my ability to read others fully, and maybe it plays more into that spiritual stuff that I don't know the full details on. But I am the older I get, the more I'm interested in like tribal traditions and different cultures and spirituality, and yeah, it's all very interesting to me. Not that I'm looking for a belief, but I'm interested in learning more.
Themself, and that's just my point of view. To point at you and laugh, cause you can't knock what I already moved. Clean up by idle, find how I define IOs to stock into no AI.
I idle find the way I define aisles to put stock into. Okay, clean up by idle find how I define aisles to put stock into. No AI, how I rhyme. I got my third eye wide. It's never loose. I wait by in my ride, 'cause you can't see where I'm headed to. The question I had there was C, could be sit, but I think it's C because we're already talking on the theme of eyes. And the reason why I typed all this out is because I felt a pattern here that's like a switch up. Clean up, I idle fine. So clean up, I idle fine how I define aisles to put stock into. Okay, how I define aisles. We'll stop there. Clean up, I idle fine how I define aisles. Clean up aisles. I idle fine how I defined is just a rhyme in between, but clean up aisles. To put stock into, no AI, but aisles to put stock into, aisles is AI, which then goes to AI, how I rhyme. I got my third eye, it's never loose. I'm assuming that's like a stray of path or a loss of energy or wavering, or you're lying too much, which would make your third eye loose. You got problems with your spirituality or your energy or whatever. I wait by in my ride so you can't see where I'm headed to. His third eye is never loose. He can see where he's going. But he's implying that yours is, so you can't see where he's headed to. Interesting. I might be off, but the way I analyzed it, feels very poetic to me. It's poetic, like, cryptically. I love it. I fucking love it. Take it for what it's worth. If you type it out the way I said it, and I'll just read it off to you again if you want to type it in a notepad or something, if you're curious. Because seeing it in words to me is what stuck out more to me. It kind of heard it, and I was like, wait. But writing it in a notes app kind of helped me visualize what I was trying to figure out with the switching around, like the cleanup on aisle 3 kind of thing. And then the aisles put stock into no AI, you know, the aisles, AI, you know, all that place. So anyway, cleanup, I idle, fine. How I define aisles, stock, I put stock into. No AI, how I rhyme. I got my third eye wide open. Or what? I got my third eye wide, it's never loose. Sorry, you guys are trying to write that. You know what I'm correcting. I got my third eye wide, it's never loose. I wait by in my ride because you can't see where I'm headed to. I need to study poetry more, I really do, because I could speak more to the kind of poetry this stuff is, because I'm sure, like, limericks and fuck, I can't think of the other one I'm trying to think of. There's different style of poetry. That's all I'm getting at. It doesn't matter. There's different style of poetry, and then there's different amount of lines in particular styles too.
In my Chevrolet, so I can keep a steady pace. Moving around, never know how much to keep the space. I multiply over time, never relocate. What's a dollar to your time if you gon' die today? You wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why. If you wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why. Hopped in my Chevrolet, so I can keep a steady pace. Moving around, never know how much to keep the space. I multiply over time, never relocate. What's a dollar to your time if you gon' die today? You wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why. If you wanna fuck around, don't you ever be shy. Never see me coming, there's a reason to why.
So obviously there wasn't much comment to have on that hook because I've already broken that down, but pretty tight, dude. I like it. I mean, the double up with the James Bond thing, that's, I wonder if that's actually intentional or if that's just a random thing that I came up with, because that's awesome. I love bigger meanings, man. All right. If you guys like that reaction video, please be sure to smash that like button down below. Thank you guys for commenting, sharing, and subscribing. As always, check out the artist page down in the description below. And I really do appreciate y'all being here. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.